Yeah. Thought I died, right? Gang. Listen. Pay attention. Check.
Hey guys, how's it going? So I know it's been a while. I didn't upload any like actual interesting videos with me in it. I'd like to say I'm sorry about that. My house has kind of gone through some changes. We got a flood that I didn't cause, and it has been under construction for like 2 months. So hi. So it's finally over and done and like repaired and everything. So now I feel a bit more comfortable to work and to make new videos and, you know, put out some like content for you. Yeah, so I had like a pile of new subjects that I wanted to upload and everything. Like yesterday I uploaded my new video about the Frontosa tank that I just redid because I had to move that tank. So anyways, it was much easier to move and redo the decor than just, you know, do it later. So I did that. So a video right there or right there, wherever I'm gonna upload it. Also, before I go into explain to you how I redid my Frontosa tank and the whole shenanigans of that, I wanted to touch base on the subject. I hope you can see me well. I know there's a bit of glare or whatever. I want to touch base on the subject of Taylor Nicole Dean. It's a YouTuber I watch. She has a lot of pets, like a lot of pets. I can't even tell you exactly how many she has or what she has at this point because it varies from fish to mammals to reptiles to insects. So yeah, just in that description, it makes me a little uneasy to get into the subject because she's been lately referred as animal hoarder and like that she mistreats her animals. Like I commented on a few of her videos just to try to help out with the passing of her fish cheese, which in my opinion, I'm not saying she didn't do enough research. It could be. Maybe the pet store also didn't ask her exactly what she had in the aquarium before giving that antifungal treatment. I do believe it had some flubendazole or something like that. Anything with zole, basically, anything antibiotic, antifungal, antibacterial, you should not use with scaleless animals or fish. Well, in that case, it's a fish cheese, which is a cowfish, box fish. There you go, a box fish. Or you have to use a really minimal doses if it's to treat the fish, but in her case it was to treat an algae issue. So as I told her in the comments of her video, you should have just taken out whatever fish or inverts you thought were to be affected by it because it wasn't even for the actual fish. The treatment was for algae, and then done the algae treatment just to get rid of whatever she had in the tank. But then again, there was so many other ways of getting rid of that algae. So I commented that on her video, tried just to help out. Obviously, I didn't get a reply from her. Maybe it was like posted a little too late in the video, or I don't know, maybe she didn't see it or care at that point. Maybe it was just an open sore wound. I don't know. But she also said it's just a fish, and why should I be crying about it? Kind of hurts me to hear that because it's not just a fish. All these fish behind me, I know them by personality, by name, by some of them were born here years ago with me. So a fish is not just a fish, considering most cichlids and most saltwater fish have an age between 2 and 7-year-old. And if you have a 7-year-old in your house, you know they're pretty darn smart. They know their math, they know how to spell, they know multiple languages, you know. So it's not just a fish. So that I don't like, okay? I will tell you straight up, Nicole, I don't like you say it's just a fish. Well, it's just a human, right? Humans die every day. Why should we cry over them? Still a person. See, that's my pride and joy. She's still a person. Also, the animal hoarder part. I don't think you're a hoarder, okay? A hoarder would like from what I've seen on TV, it's a lot messier than that. But I do believe you're a little bit head over heels, no, not head over heels, in over your head. Is that the proper expression? Because too many animals, and you haven't really studied as a veterinarian or a specialist, and plus each animal, it's like a different branch of medicine, right? A doctor that specializes in feet is not the same as the doctor that specializes in ear, nose, and throat, right? So even if you had studied, you cannot know all your animals well. And the worst place to actually go and get that information is pet stores. No offense to pet store employees, but agree with me that your manager, whoever, did not give you like a 3-year course about your current job. No, it's something you either go and learn at a university or college or some special, program, or you learn on your own with experience, trial, error, a lot of research. So I don't feel comfortable saying it's okay for her to have that many pets. She has like freaking lizards with like snakes, and like they keep on coming and they haven't been, dewormed, or maybe they have been, but they haven't been quarantined long enough. So that aspect is a little bit not good. Like, I'm gonna say bluntly, I'm not hating or anything. I'm just saying, I know you want to fill in a void inside just to make you feel better because pets are therapy, but pets are people that need proper care, and they need quarantining, they need a vet, they need you to do enough research prior to the purchase. You need to go into like a few weeks at least research about each species. But I've seen snakes come in, like now it's at 14, and each snake is different, each habitat is different, and a day has 24 hours and you're one girl. Maybe you're getting some help, but it's like my job, I do my job. I mostly take care of emergencies and new startup clients, right? And I'm not gonna send my employee to go do an emergency with specifics or like a startup client, because this is not, you need more knowledge, more specific details about each like animal in order to take care of them properly. It's not just about filling an emotional void to have a pet. It's about giving that person, which is an animal, the right to a good life. If they cannot get that in the nature, at least try to replicate it best you can in captivity, and make sure they're all quarantined so they don't have disease bringing left and right. And having mammals, fish, lizards, snakes, cockroaches all together in one apartment, there's no like separation, there's no quarantining area enough to make sure everyone's all right. So it's not hate, it's just proper information I'm sending your way. I want you to succeed. But it's not a zoo, and there's not a secluded area for each specific species. So if you like it, do it right. I mean, if you want, just start your own business, or something with more of a facility look to it than just your apartment. In my apartment, I have a lot of fish. I have 1 tortoise and 1 dog, and already it's a lot. Plus work, it's a lot of work. So you're young, you still want to travel, you want to enjoy your life. It's either make it a facility or get a lot of extra help, but just to keep all these animals in one place, it's not safe, it's not normal, it's not good. It's not good for you, it's not good for them. So all hate and emotional side aside, just, make a triage of what you need, what you love the most, and what you want to keep, and what you can like afford mentally, spiritually, and just physically to take care of, right? It's not just you, it's them. So that's my one advice, my one comment about Nicole Dean. She's a great girl, she means well, she does a little research on each and everything, but at her young age, there's just other things that you should do, than just create an apartment which is a zoo. And like from an emotional point of view, I see the void that she's trying to fill, but this is not the way to go. And you know, I wish you all the best. I honestly wish all these animals will have proper homes. And also, when I commented on videos, one of her viewers brought up something really, really interesting. You cannot create a bond as equally and as strongly with that many animals. You need to have less to give more. It's like when you have 20 children, well, somewhere they'll be lax in some. Some will miss attention of mommy, you understand? So you cannot divide yourself in that many pieces equally and, how do you say, equally and like a pie, you know? You cannot divide your pie in that many pieces that everyone will feel full, right? So that's my opinion about the whole Nicole Dean thing. It was not to be mean or anything. I'm not an emotional person, so I'm not sending you from an emotional standpoint. I'm just giving you the science and the reason, and you do with it what you want, okay? How about that? So all the best to you. Now, about my Frontosa tank. I'm gonna flip it over because I don't want you to just look at my face the whole time. I want you to look at my Frontosas, and I'll give you the story of how I got these rocks into my tank, because that's a funny one. So stay put, I'll give you the story. So here it is, my new setup, my new Frontosa aquarium. It's 135 gallons. That's all I have the space in for these Frontosas in my current apartment, which I'm not gonna stay like super long. And I already have the 300 gallon in storage, so this is all like briefly temporary, but I wanted to make the best I could out of it. So about 2 weekends ago, me and hubby, we go walk in the woods, and I fall upon an ice pick. Yeah, and then I decided to drag it with me all over the place. So I'm like, hey, I can't leave an ice pick in the middle of the forest. It's gonna be lonely. So and then we come across really, really nice striated rocks. I'll come closer to show you how cool they are. I mean, they already have all the holes and crannies for my my rock dwelling cichlids. So I hope you can see like how many like formations there is. So I really fell in love with these rocks. So I'm like, oh my God, we gotta get them home. Like, they're really amazing, they're beautiful. So we're like half a mile away from the car. So I start ice picking like out of the snow and the ice, all of the nice rocks that I could see. Like, I brought in most of these because they're all about like 10 to 25 pounds. I hope you can see there's a bit of reflection because it's daytime. So I brought back to the car most of them, okay? But the car suspension was getting kind of low. So hubby said, listen, I know there's a huge one that's over 100 pounds. Just leave it here. We'll come back another day when it's a little less cold. It'll be melted up and we'll come and get it together. Well, that was the Saturday. By Wednesday, I get off from work about 3 o'clock. It's kind of mild outside. I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna go to that forest with my ice pick and get the big ass rock. So the rock was initially that whole thing plus that one piece plus that piece. So it was over 100 pounds. And so I decided to go get it half a kilometer into the woods with my ice pick. And it was snowing that day, but it was kind of mild. So I'm just gonna back up a little bit to show you the whole entire tank while I tell you the story. So I cannot lift that rock. Like, for the love of me, I can't lift it. So I decided to roll it by ice picking it and rolling it to the side, back to my car. But as I'm rolling it, that rock is turning into a snowball. So every couple of steps, I have to like remove the snow off the rock and just like keep ice picking it back to the car. That's like at least 20 minutes of like hard work and sweat and swearing. I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? So by the time I'm back to the car, that's a little while after. And then I can't even like lift it into my passenger seat like flooring. I have to like make a snow mountain in order to roll it on the snow and into the car. So that's how I got it into the car. Now I drive back home and I have new neighbors that I don't think they find me weird, but maybe they find me a little like eccentric with the fact that, oh my God, I think she's pregnant. Hold on. Well, She was like doing something with her mouth. Maybe she was pregnant. I don't know. So yeah, they don't really catch on to my aquarium hobby and how obsessive like that could be. So here I am unloading that giant rock from my front seat, and I'm in the middle of the driveway using an ice pick to roll it back to my home. And he pulls in and is like, what exactly are you doing? I'm like, well, here I am. I found a nice rock in the middle of the woods, so I decided to bring it back home. And at that point, the rock was still covered in snow, so you can only see a giant blob of rock formation. It's like, okay. So the next day, I'm like, well, clearly I cannot put it in my aquarium. It's way too big. So I decided to get my industrial mass and start yanking at it. But the mass plus the giant striated rock made such a loud noise. He comes down and is like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm yanking at my beautiful rock. So that video is kind of an explanation for my neighbor to, I'm not crazy, but I found nice rocks. So finally I was able to move my tank back into place and redo the decor with my nice rocks. I washed them outside. They're just regular striated rocks. I think they're a type of granite and marble plus sand. Like most of it is just earth and sand formation plus a mix of marble and granite. Like they didn't react to any of the what's it called? I put some vinegar on it. It didn't react. There's still some moss on them actually. That's just forest moss. It stayed on it. Hold on, let me just make it nice. There you can see. It's pretty cool. It stayed on it. It lives there. It's been like a week. So it's pretty nice. I like it personally. The fish love it. They have so many like places to go hide. It's pretty darn awesome. And the Frontosas are like very chill. It gives them bigger caves to go hide in. Hold on. I'm going to try to minimize my reflection and show you. And a lot of people are asking about my aquaponics sump. Listen, this is just a pump, okay? This one is about 5,000 gallons per hour. It pumps. When my pump is too strong, I just make a couple holes in the main tube, this one, and it will just shoot out some of the current through the tank. That's what I did with my other sumps. And on top, I just use a regular planter. Inside, there's a spray bar. And there's 3 to 4 exits. On this one, there's 3. So I put one very high just for the overflow in case like it fills up or it clogs with the filter flaws. Because inside I have rocks and filter flaws and all the plants are actually potted. So if ever it was to clog in the 2 main ones, I have a third one that can just, that's why one of them is not shooting air. See, the middle one? And the 2 other ones are shooting out air. So it's really straightforward, easy to build sump. I'll try to include the links underneath my videos just in case you're curious how to build it. But just drill holes, pass a spray bar, and in the exits I also put like a shower drain little squares so my rocks and my filter flaws doesn't escape out of the exits. And that it doesn't clog also, like one giant rock or something. So that's very, very easy. And plants just take tropical plants that enjoy a lot of water, I guess. This one I had to trim because it was turning into a jungle. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's back up and show you. So there you go, guys, my funny story about my Frontosa aquarium. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Feel free to leave me all your comments below. I answer to most of them. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.
Yeah. Thought I died, right?